Hello everyone. In this video we're going to be taking a look at an article from Roll Call published on January 25th. And it's their article on the whole situation with Trump basically giving into this bullshit, caving to pressure, and signing on a bill to temporarily fund the government. Which I disagree with his doing, because the Democrats literally now don't have to worry about dealing with shit, even if this is temporary, because they're not going to change their view now, from now down the road when this temporary funding ends. They're just not going to do it. And they've got it in their head now even more than they would have had prior to this point, that they can literally sit there, be fucking infantile children, and go, no, not compromise, and get whatever the fuck they want, which is what Republicans have been doing in regards to the Democrats for far too fucking long. They did it for 8 years under Obama. If they hadn't cucked and caved, we wouldn't have Obamacare. We wouldn't have had it. We wouldn't have had the ACA. But this is written by Lindsay McPherson. And, yeah. As you can tell, I'm not happy about this situation. So, anyway, have I not been clear about the wall? Pelosi signals Trump still won't get what he wants. See? Exactly proving my point. She's got it in her fucking head, yeah. That she's the shit. And that they're going to run the fucking show. He should never have caved. He should never have given them an inch. 3 weeks of negotiations not likely to result in a Trump-friendly agreement on border wall funding. See, this is the thing. See, oh, well, we'll form a commission, and they'll get a bipartisan commission, and they'll get together and figure this out. Democrats are just going to sit there and pull the shit that they've been pulling. Fucking ridiculous shit. It took 35 days, but President Donald Trump ultimately caved to Democratic demands that he reopen the government before they entertained negotiations on border security. Which their whole thing behind that was, is we get the government open, we don't have to do that. So they're just going to pull their same shit and just expect him to fucking cave. What he should have done was when fuck you, declared a national emergency and just done it. It would have just been a lot fucking simpler in the long run. Really would have. And in 21 more, Trump will have to decide whether to give in again, because he's not likely to get what he wants. See, they're like, well, he's just going to have to give in because he's not going to get what he wants. See, all he did was feed this bullshit of theirs. He's fed their egos. He stroked their egos by doing this. They think that they're fucking indestructible. He should not have done this. He should have held strong. I'm with Coulter, okay, on this one. And she said that Papa Bush, I believe, was it Baby Bush or Papa Bush? I believe it was Papa Bush. But one of the Bush presidents no longer has to worry about being, you know, like the wimpiest or cuckiest or, you know, fucking bitchiest fucking president out there. I'm paraphrasing, obviously, but I'm kind of going with her on that one, with what he did here. Because he literally, he flinched. And the last thing you can do with a Democrat, especially in this day and age, in the political arena, is fucking flinch. Oh, God. Trump agreed Friday to back a 3-week continuing resolution that will reopen the government through February 15th, but he is not giving up on his quest to secure funding for a wall along the southern border. We really have no choice but to build a powerful wall or steel barrier, Trump said as he concluded remarks from the Rose Garden announcing the deal to temporarily reopen the government. If we don't get a failed deal from Congress, the government will either shut down on February 15th again, or I will use my powers afforded to me under the laws of the Constitution of the United States to address this emergency, which he should have just done in the first fucking place. Should have said, fuck you, you don't want to work with me, this is a fucking national security matter, get bent. Because he could have easily, if they tried to take it to court and say it doesn't have the power, and the Ninth Circus in New York, and they pulled their shit, okay, he could literally show that it is a matter of it is a national emergency, it's a matter of national security, and it would have gone, if it had to have, to the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court would have agreed, and he would have got what the fuck. He would have been able to just fucking do it after the fact, going, fuck you, giving them all the finger. And we would already be past this point. Oh, my God. Democrats say they will not agree to provide funding for the wall, period. If they were willing to entertain that, they would have done so before the government shut down in December, or in the more than a month since the roughly 800,000 federal workers went without pay. See, this is the thing. They're not going to do it at all. And they're like, oh, we'll do other things. See, what they want to put in effect in regards to border security is not border security at all. Okay, LiDAR systems that just track these fucking people, that just show, let the Border Patrol see these people going across the fucking border isn't going to do shit. They know this too. They know that the country is becoming, to an extent, more conservative. And with that, they need to import voters to keep their power base. The southern border is being open is how they are doing that. Because they can't get enough of them in legally, they fucking are going to bring them in illegally. They don't want any security down there. That's the bottom line. And Nancy Pelosi's fucking delusional. I mean, just look at this. Have I not been clear on the wall? Speaker Nancy Pelosi told reporters Friday when one asked if Democrats would continue to object to wall funding in the upcoming negotiations. I've been very clear. See, yeah, she's been a petulant fucking child. That should say something. It should be like a red flag that she's fucking delusional. I mean, and you look at her hand fucking shake, she's got the DTs. She's a fucking alcoholic. All right, and she's fucking killed so many brain cells that she doesn't know what the fuck what's what. I mean, it's turned her into a delusional person, and this just fed on her delusional state. Senate Minority Leader Charles E. Schumer was more direct. Democrats are against the wall. Well, of course they are, because they want the border open so that they can get all these fucking voters in to keep their fucking power base. Because they're either going to fucking have illegals voting illegally, or they're going to have their children voting, but they're looking at increasing their voter block. That's the bottom line with this. Trump agreed to reopen the government without preconditions, the New York Democrat noted, as he proudly pointed out that the agreement endorses a position Democrats have held throughout the shutdown. Not necessarily. That's not necessarily true. But if you need to stroke your ego like that, like you do your pathetic member, go right ahead. Our unity is our power, Pelosi said. And that is what maybe the president underestimates. Really? No. He knows what unity is. It's what got him elected and turned you into spurging fucking idiots. Holy shit. He understands what unity is. With Democrats still dug in against the wall, it is difficult to see a solution coming out of the House Senate Conference Committee formed as part of the deal to negotiate differences over border security funding. No shit. He should have just... My point. Exactly my point. He should have just said, well, you know what? You don't want to do this as a matter of national security. Fuck you. And used his power as the president to get the shit done. Americans probably, the majority, a fair amount of Americans, probably even a majority, wouldn't care if it didn't affect them. They probably would be fine with it. They'd probably be more than fine with it. The only people who have an issue with the fucking wall are the far left and the Democrat Party. Most people could give two shits on the note of, being on the left. And the biggest kick in the ass is 5 years ago, Pelosi's going, we need, talking about a wall. Been trying to build a fucking wall at the southern border since Reagan. And the Democrats have been for it. How about we just fucking build the wall and get the shit over with? I mean, that would be the smart thing to do. I mean, this is some fucked up shit. He should never have done this. Add to that, conference committees on less contentious issues have often taken longer to produce results than lawmakers initially estimated. The only incentive for Democrats to give Trump some wall money or funding for a steel barrier with see-through visibility, as the president suggested Friday, would be to avoid another government shutdown come February 15th. And what gets me is, you know, the Democrats, the left, oh, the dreamers, DACA, dreamers. Trump offered them a major fucking concession, and they went, no. Now watch, they're going to still want that shit. All right, once this shit dies down a little bit, they're going to demand that they get that. Mark my words, they will do it. Be like, well, you said that you would give us this. It's like, well, yeah, but that was for the $5.7 billion. And they will be like, well, we still want it. Can I have my $5.7 billion? No, but you're going to give us this. I mean, that's the mentality that they have, is that they can actually get stuff like that. And him doing this just feeds that. It really, truly does. But even that likely won't be incentive enough. Democrats did not shoulder much of the blame for the longest shutdown in history, at least according to public polls that lay more of the blame at Trump's feet. So they have little reason to worry about getting blamed for another one over the same issue. And if you look, all of these fucking polls come from like the legacy media, left outlet, shit like that. They are really not a good judge. Because a lot of people support the president in this. All right? And we know what polls. See, I love how they go, well, polls and polls this and polls that. Oh, you mean the same fucking shitbags are making polls now that say Trump was the bad man in this? Are the same ones who fucking said that Hillary had a 95% chance of winning. Huh. So take them with a grain of salt, people. But see, they want that ironclad belief of people in polls again. They forget that a little over 2 years ago, well, 2.5 years ago, we'll say, polls were saying Hillary Clinton had the thing, you know, the presidential election in the bag. What does that tell you? Don't trust them. Take them with, you know, skepticism, with a grain of salt. I mean, and when you also have the leftist fucking legacy media cramming down people's throats, this is Trump's fault, Trump's fault, Trump's fault, Trump's fault, and they're fucking propaganda machines for that shit, that's going to skew the polls too. The same people who are making the polls are saying, big bad orange man, big bad orange man, shut down government, hell and fire and brimstone, we're facing hell on earth. That isn't going to slant shit? Are you kidding me? Another reason Democrats are unlikely to give Trump any wall funding is because it could be seen as rewarding him for the shutdown. No, that would not be rewarding him from the shutdown. Holy fucking shit. I love this twisted shit. It wouldn't be that they would be rewarding him. It would make him look like and with the frothing at the mouth, far left fuckwits and shit like that. It would make them look weak, and those are their people. Those are their foot soldiers, okay? And they don't want to piss off their foot soldiers. That's what that's about. So they can't admit that though. Throughout the last month, Democrats consistently criticized his hostage-taking of government workers to fulfill a campaign promise and said any capitulation on the wall would encourage Trump to use the tactic again to extract other policy priorities. Bullshit. No. He didn't. I love this hostage-taking of government workers. Okay, first off, the economy's so fucking good. If you couldn't, taking a job that you knew there could be a shutdown with, if you didn't squirrel away some money, okay, because you want that job that pays you in benefits and everything else way more than the private fucking sector, okay? If you didn't do that, that's on you. If you didn't do that and then didn't go out looking for another fucking job, that is on you. They are not being held hostage. They have free will. They are choosing to stay at that fucking job when they can go out in this economy and find another one tomorrow. That's not holding them hostage. That's them being fucking unrealistic people that didn't save any fucking money and make sure that they could withstand a shutdown. Because my family, I've had more than a few family members who worked for the federal fucking government. They were always prepared for shutdowns. They knew it was a possibility. They always had money set aside just in case. And that's why I'm sounding like a dick right now and have no fucking sympathy because I have none. I'm not being a dick, but I'm sounding like one because I have no sympathy for those people. If you taking a job know that you can be furloughed because of budgetary issues, that's on you. It's not the person who's trying to deal with a budget and acquire funding for national security. That's on you. But see, they want people to believe that those people have no free will and have no choice to go find another fucking job, which they could have found the next day. You know, if they're furloughed, you know, find something else temporarily to work. You know, I mean, they go get a temp job, something. But no, they don't want to talk about that. We cannot hold our public employees hostage because we have a disagreement, Pelosi reminded reporters Friday after the deal was announced. You were the ones doing it. For fuck's sake, he just wanted $5.7 billion for a fucking wall, for a section of wall that we need for national security. Like petulant children, you and Chuck go, no, we're not going to do it. Nuh-uh. Nope, you're not getting it. Nope. Well, you're fucking shaking your fucking hands, but it turns out that's just from the DTs, okay? You know, going, nah, not going to happen, you know, pointing fingers and doing shit like that. You know, you're doing that, and he's the one that holds the public employees hostage. I mean, by simple fucking logic, you're the ones that are doing it because he's actually negotiating with you. He's saying, look, we'll give you a 3-year extension on the Dreamers with DACA. We'll hook you up. I'll hook you up like a tow truck, and you're going, no, no. And you're showing that you don't give two shits about the fucking Dreamers, that you really don't care about them when you do that. All you care about is what new ones you can bring into the country. That's all you truly care about. You don't care about the ones that you already got here. I mean, it's pathetic. So ultimately, 3 weeks from now, Trump will have a choice to make. And he's already outlined his options. Shut down the government again or declare a national emergency. And he should have declared a national emergency in the first fucking place. Fuck them. Should have just done it. Should have just done it and got shit done. I would have no problems with that. And I'm a fucking libertarian. Because I understand the concept of that border is porous. That border ends up costing us shit ton of money between the drug smuggling, the law enforcement aspects of that, like having to like stop, fentanyl and everything else from ravaging fentanyl and heroin and other things like that, ravaging this fucking country and stopping its illegal importation. I understand that those people coming across the border, okay, are a net drain on this country and cost us billions of dollars a year. I mean, shit. American Uncovered, and I bring this video up, and I suggest you go check it out for yourself. They showed that even if the wall were to stop, 1/5 of the people crossing the southern border, which 60% of the people coming into this country cross over it, illegally, mind you, if it was to stop 1/5 of them, it would pay for itself in 10 years. I have no problems with that. But walls are immoral. No, if walls were immoral, well then Chuck and Nancy and Mad Maxine and all of those fuckers should tear the walls down around their homes. But you're not going to see that happen. And every one of those motherfuckers has a wall around their home. But walls are immoral. They want to flood the fucking country with illegals. Okay? Well, then they should house them. Tear down your walls, put a fucking welcome sign on the edge of your property, and let them come stay with you. It's pretty simple. The former would be bad politics. Trump will curry no favor with Republican or Democrat voters for shutting down the government a second time after temporarily reopening it without any concessions. You're not looking at that right. See, Republicans are going to look at him and be like, you stupid fuck. Why didn't you just keep it shut down? That's what they would do. And that's where he's not going to curry any favor, because he's going to be like, you should have known they weren't going to do any fucking shit. You should have known that they were going to say, fuck you. I mean, that's where that's going to happen. The Democrats, it's whatever you fucking people on the left tell them. They'll fucking buy into, because they're pretty dumbed down these days. They're Trump deranged. All right. They're delusional. They'll buy pretty much anything you fucking spoon feed them. The national emergency declaration seems the more likely option. Trump suggested as much Friday as at a separate event after his Rose Garden speech. We'll work with the Democrats and negotiate, and if we can't do that, then obviously we'll do the emergency, because that's what it is, he said. It's a national emergency. Well, no shit. There is, of course, another option that Trump may not like, but lawmakers in both parties will probably prefer. Use another short-term conditioning resolution to keep the government open past February 15th as negotiations continue the long road to no wall funding. Continue down the long road to no wall funding. See, that right there goes to show the person's fucking bias. When you end it like that, like you're not going to get the wall funding. All right. This fucking bitch here, Lindsay McPherson, you can tell where she stands. Well, they're not going to get the wall funding anyway. Excuse me. I mean, the way she worded that, she's a triggered little bitch. I mean, this is ridiculous. See, he should have just declared the national emergency, said, fuck you, and did his thing. But for whatever reason, he didn't. And he made the Republicans look weak. He made himself look weak. He gave the legacy media and the leftist outlets, you know, the far left and leftist outlets, ammunition that there was no need to give them. All he did was just hurt the right by doing this. Now, if he can play some fucking 4D chess optics with this and show that the Democrats are not willing to negotiate and really put it out there and fight against the legacy media on them trying to keep that, you know, from reaching the general consciousness, then okay, maybe he's got a long thought out plan here and he's thinking ahead, but I don't think that at this point. I think he just went, oh fuck, and yeah, bowed to pressure. So, I mean, this is ridiculous. This is one of those things. I've pretty much supported Trump and everything he's done. Because I've looked at what he's done and I feel it's been right for the country. In this case, I do not agree. And people try to claim that I'm a fucking diehard Trump supporter and I would do what. No. I'm not a mindless fucking moron like a lot of people on the left are. All right. I think for myself, I'm not a Republican, and I'm calling this shit out because all he did was just hurt the situation in the long run by doing this. He, you know, even if he can say, hey, look, you know, look at the Democrats. They don't want to work with me here. The way the legacy media runs shit with the normies, it's not going to help him. I mean, with the people online that are going to be talking about, yeah, but they already know that. Anyway, I've covered this well enough. I'm just going to leave things here. If you liked this video, depending on where you are watching it, please give it an upvote or thumbs up. If you want to know when new content of mine hits the internet, don't forget to subscribe to one or more of my social media or video accounts listed here. Also, with YouTube, don't forget to ring that bell. You can find all of my video content on both BitChute and YouTube. This may not be the case with other places I upload to, but I will try to minimize this happening. You are always welcome to interact with me at any of these sites on the list, so feel free to do so. If you have anything you want me to cover in a video, when it comes to news or current events, send it right along to me. I will try to do my best to cover it. As always, thank you for watching.